y'all. Yes, y'all. You know what it is. It's them kids and wives and 9 to 5s, but we are still married to the games. 1, 3, 5? Is that right?
I think we should just all end everything with an uptick. So we just do this the whole rest of the podcast. I think that would be fun. What do you guys think?
Still working on that novel?
So, Brian, still working on that novel? Little antagonist?
We should just switch from numbers. We should just be like episode blue.
Exactly.
Man, 135. Awesome.
Oh my gosh. It's your boy Gabe Patillo with Tim Router and Timothy Hall, of course, and as always,
there you go.
We're talking games and life and games. Thank you guys so much for being here. Oh man.
This is going to be a good one. I can feel it.
I like it already. Yeah. That's great. I have no idea what I usually say now, so we're going to go to Hall.
Man, it's been starting with me a lot lately.
That's awesome.
I know. I just been thinking about you. Yeah.
'Tis the season to go to Home Depot.
Fa la 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 la.
Decorate your tree with drill bits. I don't know.
Dude, me and you both. What are you going to Home Depot about?
We needed to get some landscaping stuff done.
Yep.
So,
there you go. Back at it. It is that time.
And they had some thing going on this weekend. Like it was called Spring Black Friday.
Okay.
So mulch was really cheap and grass stuff was really cheap, like grass treatment stuff.
Grass stuff.
That sounded terrible the way you said it, but
you had a bunch of stoners down at Home Depot.
Oh no!
Hey man,
bruh.
Hey
Listen.
man, it's like Spring Black Friday, man.
Hey, where can I get a hot dog, man? I'm starving.
Like, that's racist, man.
I would not be surprised.
Racist.
I would not be surprised if our Home Depot didn't start serving hot dogs one day this year. I mean, they serve popcorn all the time.
Wait.
They do. They used to.
Ours was serving hot dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Do you go to the one near
We
100
got
Oaks?
gypped. No, Franklin.
No, the Franklin
Brentwood.
one. I remember the 100 Oaks
What?
one.
That's the one that was serving hot dogs.
Really?
Yeah, I was there.
That's awesome.
Oh, okay.
I love that. I love when they do that.
There you go.
Wait, you're talking about the one like by Cool Springs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally serving hot dogs.
Oh, I must have missed them. Darn it.
You missed hot dog day, I guess.
I probably walked in. Or no, wait, we went to the garden center. They don't serve hot dogs there.
Yeah, I was at the main entrance.
Yeah, they should. Love me some hot dogs.
We picked out some new stuff for our landscaping, and I really wanted to get to it, but I had taxes this weekend.
Yay! Happy tax day!
Yeah. If you do them yourself, you don't have time to do anything else over the weekend. So it's fun stuff.
Yeah.
And so Krista just killed it on the landscaping this weekend. Like I went outside, or she had me go outside and take a look at it on Sunday. I was like, "You did this all by yourself? Dang it!"
It's awesome.
She killed
She's
it.
A beast. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I literally started the taxes, I think, at maybe noon on Sunday, and did not finish till late at night. So, fun stuff.
Yep.
And then last night we were watching this. It is so much fun to go on YouTube and watch like late 90s, early 2000s wrestling videos.
Dude, how random is that?
No,
you have got to get into it. It is hilarious.
That is random.
That is super random. That's so random. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started watching them, like both Krista and I like watched wrestling as kids. And it's really fun for kids. Yeah, like it's great for kids because like the acting, you don't realize how bad the acting is.
Yeah, it's so over the top.
Yeah, it's just hilariously over the top. So we were watching, I think it was like Diamond Dallas Page's introduction to WWF. And if you haven't seen that video, it is hysterical because he goes to like, he like comes out with a mask on because he's like some character, I guess, that was teased for a while. And so he wore a mask the whole time so nobody knew who he was. And he comes out into the ring and he like dramatically like pulls his mask off and his face, it looks hilarious. We could not stop laughing. It was the most dramatic, stupid thing ever.
That's awesome.
Go watch that. I think it's DDP WWF reveal. Go watch that video. It is hysterical. And then after he reveals himself, he's just like jumping around on stage like, yeah,
I'm free.
So everybody obviously already knew who Diamond Dallas Page was. It's just him going on to WWF.
Yeah.
From what? WWE at the time?
No. Well, WWE and WWF are the same thing. They just changed their name.
From WCW, I mean?
Yeah. I think WWF bought WCW sometime around then. So like a bunch of those
in the 90s
moved over. Yeah. I think at the end of the 90s or maybe the early 2000s.
Huh.
Either they bought them or WCW started to decline and then they bought them. I'm not really sure what happened.
Well, you guys need to get out more.
I mean,
oh my God.
It's just, it like right before then, I kind of feel like was like the golden age of like,
it was,
TV
wasn't it?
wrestling. Yeah. 'Cause it was like NWO
totally agree.
and D-Generation X and all that stuff. Like
Straight out of Compton. Oh, wait, wrong. Wrong NWO, sorry.
Yeah, that's NWA.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
This is New World Order here.
I mean, do you feel like that too, Gabe? Like right there in the mid to late 90s.
You kidding me? I used to watch freaking wrestling. Me and my buddy John Melton. Oh my, which actually we're still buddies. We used to get on the phone and watch wrestling. Oh my God. I mean, same that you're talking about, but we watched, I don't remember which one it was, but whichever one Sting was a part of when he looked like the Crow. Like when Sting went away from being like colorful and came back as black and white. Woo. All day.
Weren't the matches like at night, Saturday nights too?
No, it was I don't remember what night it was.
It was like a bunch of days. It was Monday Night Raw, Thursday Night SmackDown, and I think was WCW on Wednesdays or something.
The Sunday Night Church Slam. I'm just kidding. That didn't exist.
That would be pretty.
Sunday,
that'd be pretty amazing, though.
And stuff. Yeah, that's awesome,
man. It's just,
have you been doing any gaming?
Yeah.
Speaking of Sting, they brought Sting back.
What?
I think he was in this past WrestleMania.
What's he, 80?
Dude, he looks pretty old.
He threw a walker?
I think it was
him. Like, take that.
Was it him versus The Undertaker or something? I feel so stupid because I didn't keep up with this like latest WrestleMania, but apparently
we're going to hear it. You know, we're going to hear it, right?
Apparently they brought a lot of the 90s stuff back in this latest WrestleMania. Like NWO was there.
What?
DX was there. Like all this different stuff from the 90s was there.
Oh my gosh.
Was somebody said something about Snoop Dogg being there or something?
I did see pictures of Snoop Dogg on in the ring.
That boy's everywhere.
So there was there a bunch of like icy hot commercials going on during?
I can only imagine.
It's like this segment has been brought to you by Ben Gay.
Yeah, exactly.
When your joints hurt.
Here comes Shaq. When your muscles aching, you got to use icy hot.
You also try to get it well promoted.
You know what? I mean, since there was a bunch of 90s stuff, I wouldn't be surprised if Shaq was there too.
Yep.
So
he's been there before.
Has he?
That's for sure. I think so. I want to say he's been a part of something wrestling at some point, especially during his Shaq Fu days.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, good old Shaq Fu.
WrestleMania blank sponsored by Shaq Fu.
What's up, Doc? Can I rock? Unbelievable.
Other than that, I tore into more Borderlands this weekend. I think I'm up to like level 11, maybe.
Oh, nice.
Is this in the pre-sequel?
Yes, it's extremely fun. Router, there is stuff to play. Go play this game.
Okay.
Get it.
Look at that.
Sounds good.
It's awesome. It will scratch that itch again because honestly, we played Borderlands 2 like almost 3 years ago at this point.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah. A lot of fun. And Hearthstone came out on iOS today.
Oh,
it was either today or yesterday. I'm not sure.
It wasn't today.
I downloaded
it was
yesterday.
yesterday.
Hall's going to be in the tub for the next week and a half.
Dude, all of that.
Get you a Samsung.
My productivity is so going down.
Yes,
get you a Samsung Galaxy. They're waterproof.
There you go. And just hang out in the tub and play some Hearthstone.
Ziploc bag works, man. It'll work.
Can you please send us a picture of your little picture,
dude,
with
totally.
a Ziploc bag and an iPad?
No. Please.
Yes, you don't have to be in the bath.
Yeah,
I just want to see the iPad in the Ziploc bag. For those that don't know what we're talking about,
and put an iPad.
Just for those that might be new to the show in the last 2 months or 3 months, Hall loves Hearthstone so that he plays it in the bath with his iPad in a Ziploc bag.
I totally need a picture, dude. Totally.
The picture is amazing.
I already have it in my head because I have it's like a bubble bath. And it's like a bubble bath, and he's got a Ziploc, and he's got like a glass of champagne, and there's candles all around.
His shoulders and his toes are out of the water.
Exactly.
Not his knees.
I have a bit. Houston, we have a visual.
Joker's got some wine. Got a Merlot going.
Hey, it is a good time.
It's a good time.
He has his hair up in a bun.
If ever we have to do this show without Hall, it's because he electrocuted himself in the bathtub.
Exactly. Told you it was going to be a great show.
Oh gosh, is the
fun getting popular though?
Yes,
I think I feel like it's getting popular with hipsters. Yeah,
it's the hipster bun.
No idea.
Yeah, I've seen it everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
No,
Lordy,
that's awesome.
And I'm crying.
Yes, me too. Hall, you're amazing. All right, good. So Borderlands is crushing. Taxes are done. Landscaping's done. Life's good.
Hearthstone is on iOS phones.
Hearthstone will probably never be done.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Let me ask you this. I was going to talk about it in the news, but since we're here, how is it on the phone?
I literally downloaded it this morning, but I am so excited to play it. Nice. I know it's a game I've played forever.
Exactly. So. You stepped away from it for a while, didn't you? Yeah, because if you get too much into that game, you don't really play much else. So yeah, I had to step away from it.
Do you have to start over, or can you? Do you have your saves? Picks right up, right?
Picks right up.
It probably syncs up, yeah, with your if you have it on the iPad, yeah, it probably syncs up.
Nice.
But I think it's over your BattleNet ID, not syncing just between. I think if you
it might be
picked
your
it
game
up on
center.
Android. I think if you picked it up on Android, it'd be still your same guy.
I'm pretty sure because it did release today. It said on iOS and Android. So
nice.
Yep.
Gabe, get me some.
Holy crap! I'm scared to get me some. I want to get it on the computer, I think.
Ooh, there you go.
Can
Is
you
it
play
free
it
on the computer?
That I have no idea.
The files are in the computer? Sorry. Total Zoolander reference, my bad.
Is that it for you, Hall?
I think. Yeah, that's it.
I think so.
Is that all there is?
Router.
Oh, my boys, how you guys doing?
Good. What's going down?
As I said before, happy tax day. It is officially tax day. So
today is tax day.
Yeah. So I just threw up a little in my mouth. But no, it's all good. We're all good there. That's all done and we're filing and doing all that fun stuff. Man, I am super boring. Let's see. Ask me if I've opened up Dragon Age Inquisition.
Oh, no. Come on.
Have you opened up Dragon Age Inquisition?
No, I have not. I have not touched the consoles at all in 2 weeks, and it's killing me. So
what happened? Just because of work?
Just life and work, and it's just been nuts. Lauren's parents were in Europe the past week and a half. They just got back on Monday, so we picked them up. and they had a great time. So that just meant that we had to, we ended up putting Piper in preschool for the days that they normally take her. And so that worked out a lot better. Yeah, I'm just really boring. Just been working a lot and playing a lot of Crossy Road still when I can, and some pool on my phone. Yeah. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's just one of those things where everything is happening all at once. So I'm trying to knock it out. I'm dying to start Dragon Age and just get into it. And so hopefully this weekend I'll be able to do so. I did find a couple of things. This week started the new Game of Thrones season, so I was able to watch that, which is good. And I did find a great new show on HBO called Silicon Valley, which
that's supposed to be hilarious, right?
Hilarious. I already like when I take a lunch or something, I've been playing some episodes. I'm already done with the season 1, and they just launched season 2 on Sunday. Guys, you totally have to watch it. It's such great nerd humor, and it is absolutely awesome. And Mike, I didn't know this, but Mike Judge produced it, and so it is everything you think tech companies are through Mike Judge's eyes. It's absolutely perfect.
So it's Office Space, the TV show.
Exactly. Kind of. It's Office Space with more tech and more nerd programming stuff. You guys have to watch it. It is hilarious.
I'm happy that this exists, like, instead of having like Office Space 2 or something.
Yeah, no, honestly, it will definitely fulfill your need for it. You may even go back and watch Office Space, but I think this is just far better because it deals with modern tech and modern tech companies and just that whole lifestyle. It's brilliant. It really is funny. Wait. Yeah, there was some belly laugh moments, and it's just really funny. So that's I am super boring. That's pretty much it. I wish I had more to tell you that I'm gaming like a beast, but I am definitely not.
Rather sitting there watching Silicon Valley, glass of wine. For some reason, his iPad is in a Ziploc bag.
Exactly. Hair up in a bun. Go. Hair up in a bun.
HBO Go.
Yep. Candles all around. Mr. Patillo, we are officially on Baby Watch, right?
That's right. Yeah. Any day now, man.
It's going to be.
Shoot.
So you're feeling that she's going to be early too, right? Because your due date is when?
The 2nd of May.
Right. And I'm thinking you're going to, this baby's coming early.
I have no idea how it works, but we go to the doctor today and they'll tell us if we're progressing in that way, I guess.
Yep.
And so
you have to go every week now, right?
Yeah, we're going every week. So that's good for me because I get to go have bread and company every week.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Which is like the deal because we talked about it last week, but every time we go down there, I'm like, bread and company for lunch?
Yeah, buddy.
Yep. So that's what I'm excited about. Also, I got since last week, my computer setup is completely different.
Sweet.
And it is glorious. And I don't even know what to do with myself. Got my Alienware laptop in. It's sexy and awesome and fast as a beast.
Nice.
Like literally I raced my old computer and this one, like restarting, each of them restarting. And this one was booted back up before my other one even went to the blue screen to want to restart. Like,
beautiful.
It's crazy fast. The SSD is stupid. I got the monitor in that I talked about just yesterday.
And which version of Windows are you using?
It's 8.1.
Oh, okay, good.
So I don't know.
Isn't that the most stable one?
I have no idea. I thought XP was the most stable one.
Yeah, seriously. I still go back to XP.
Exactly. So I have no idea what's the most stable, but it's just what it came with, and that's fine with me.
Yeah,
For some reason, it was.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, you'd think it would exist by now that somebody would like kind of hack together a version of Windows that's like pretty stripped down so that you can get into it, game, and browse the internet.
Yeah, you would think a lightweight something, right?
Yeah, you don't need all the bells and whistles.
I think that's what they're leaving the shells for. Like, like how the Alienware alphas, their quote unquote PC console.
Okay.
They have it wrapped in a Steam shell. And so like you go in and just click on Steam and then can turn it off. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So, and you can get to the desktop and all that if you want to. And I'm sure Windows is running in the background, but you don't really install much stuff. So it gets away from startup programs getting put on your computer.
That's great. Totally no wonder it's fast. It's totally streamlined. That's perfect.
Exactly. So, I guess you could wrap your PC in a shell and do that. But anyway, and so, I've got like a whole different situation going on. I'm working off a wireless mouse and keyboard now. And it's incredible how much clutter it's cleared off my desk.
Amazing.
Like just not having a laptop sitting in front of me. So I'm loving it. The screen, the 21:9 ratio is freaking awesome as all get out.
Gotta be sick.
Yeah. And, so that's fun. Just in nerd news. I started up Skyrim just to like see it on this, thing. I got to give a huge shout out to Zach. I don't know Zach's last name. I don't know if he'd want me to say it anyway, but, Zach, he's one of our listeners, and, he hit me up and he was like, dude, I got a bunch of like codes on Steam if you want. And I was like, huh? You know,
let me think.
Exactly. He's Dark Legend on Twitter. And he hooked your boy up with a bunch of stuff. And I was like, dang, man, thank you. So, big shout outs to Zach.
That's
for
awesome.
Doing that. And so I was like, I have this screen. I have to play a game, right? So start up Skyrim just to like see it. And I can definitely see myself getting into the whole Steam thing.
Yes,
we'll get you a Ziploc bag for that.
Yep.
Exactly.
You are well on your way, brother.
For my new 25-inch monitor, I have it in the bathtub. So yes, that is going good and fun. Of course, Borderlands chipping away.
Have you
That's all I got
started
to say about Borderlands?
Okay.
Just kidding. No, it's fun. Borderlands 2, you know, it's fun.
Electric Boogaloo. You have not even
Boogaloo.
touched Bloodborne yet, have you?
No.
Okay.
Because I feel like I'm already hopping around so much. Like,
Yeah.
so I've got my new computer, so I'm trying a bunch of stuff out. I had some more Shenmue Saturdays get put up on the
Yes, you did.
YouTube. And then so I'm playing Shenmue. I'm messing around with this new laptop, playing Borderlands 2. So I feel like if I tried to switch over to Bloodborne right now, that I'd be like jacked up.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Did you record that Borderlands playthrough with your new capture device?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And I do Shenmue through it too.
Awesome.
It's awesome. The Hapag rocket. I recommend it. It's awesome. It's like a very portable, very plug and play, very easy, and it's small. So, you could take it. I could take it back and forth to the rooms, and it doesn't feel like I'm doing a bunch of mess to have to mess with it.
Nice.
So, yeah, man. Shenmue's been fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Good.
It's a rough game, like in the sense of like the controls are awful.
But it's holding up though, right? You feel like it's holding up?
It's holding my attention. I don't want to say it's holding up, but it's holding my attention.
Oh, there you go.
So I found myself the other day, like standing in my hallway, because I play Shenmue in a different room that I play Borderlands. And I found myself standing in the hallway and I kept looking like back and forth, like, all right, Shenmue or Borderlands? Shenmue or Borderlands? Shenmue or Borderlands? And I was like, come on, Gabe, you got to go play Borderlands. I was like, okay.
You got to make yourself do it.
Yeah, exactly. So I went and play some Borderlands.
Hey, we're not forcing you here. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do, but we're forcing you.
Exactly. Oh, man. Anyway.
You're going to love it. We swear. Keep playing.
Yep. We swear.
So I'm trying to just like get into it more and just enjoy it for what it is. And I'm starting to get my guns, like you guys are saying, and stuff like that.
Yeah, you're in that phase where things are starting to move, and I think it'll only escalate from there.
Yeah, I'm about where I just got back to Sanctuary after Sanctuary took off into the sky.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm playing BioShock Infinite. I'm just kidding. So it's still really early in the game, I'd imagine, but because there's so much to do.
There's a lot to do in that game.
Yeah. So
Have you found that chest that you put the golden keys into?
I did, and I was playing with Bread Fan and one of his buddies, Kale, and I was like, all right. And so Kale's like, this is like his second or third time playing through this game. And I was like, so do I open this chest? Because I only have one key. And he was like, I wouldn't open it yet because I'm only at level 17, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he was saying that you'll get a good gun for your level, but you'll level up way past it. So
yeah, you
might as well not use it yet.
You'll hold on to it for like 3 or 4 levels, but
yeah, I haven't used it yet.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Whew, that's it for me.
Well, there you have it.
Router.
Let's do this.
You got it?
I got it, brother.
Well, let's do it!
Well, I'm so glad you got your PC, brother, because new releases this week. If you want to go beat up some hookers, GTA 5 and GTA Online for the PC is now out and
That's
about.
Right. Finally out. I know PC guys have been like, come on with this Grand Theft Auto already.
Exactly. So it is now out. So go get you some and have a ball.
Let's go run over somebody.
Let's go run over some people.
Fly a plane.
And of course, we also have the great Mortal Kombat X.
That's
for
right.
PC, Xbox One, and PS4 is now out. And
I had a little troubled launch a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the PC wasn't even working. I saw that people were saying.
That's not good.
Mm-hmm.
I've already watched most of the fatalities, and they're awesome.
Dude, those things are crazy.
Those are awesome and over the top and awesome.
Somebody wasn't hugged by their dad much.
Somebody is in a dark place right now. But yeah, it's pretty insane how crazy those are. But you know what? You kind of have to just take it with a big old smile on your face just because it is so over the top. And you're like, they totally did that on purpose. And I'm glad they're having fun with it. It's gross.
It kind of has to be ridiculous now.
It is.
Like,
it is now.
They used to take it seriously.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It was like, we're trying to be violent. Now
they're so not taking this seriously anymore. They're like, let's just see what we can do with this. And man, they succeeded. There's some good stuff in there.
Golly. I went and watched them all too, and I was like, this is crazy.
That's crazy. Yep. The only other release I've got is Titan Souls for the Vita, PS4, and PC. So there you have it. There's some new releases for this week. We have some charts. They're a month old, but at least they are slowly but surely progressing. So we went from the week of March 7th last week. We're now at the March 14th. So this is totally old news, but at least it's worth a shout. Number 10, GTA 5 for the Xbox One. Number 9, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare for the PS4. Number 8, Super Smash Brothers for the 3DS.
Oh, Super Smash Brothers.
Yep, that's back. Yep. Number 7, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare for the Xbox One. Number 6, Codename Steam for the 3DS made a debut. Never heard of it.
It's the I know which one it is. The gunner.
Oh, okay.
It's got like a gun guy on the front. Taka, taka, taka.
Yeah, it's apparently a strategy game. Strategy game. Number
Steam S.T.
Yes, S.T.E.A. Number 5, Assassin's Creed Unity for the Xbox One, which is pretty amazing that bundle is still out there selling and in the top 10. And that's since holiday, if you think about it.
Wow.
Number 4, Devil May Cry Definitive Edition for the PS4 made its debut. I seriously feel like I'm reading like old history right now.
I know, seriously.
It feels so. I don't even want to finish them because it's just stupid. But here we go. GTA 5 for the PS4 is number 3. Number 2, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate for the 3DS. Number 1, Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask for the 3DS. At this point, I looked at the order and it was like down at like number 25, which I thought.
Really?
Yeah, which I thought was pretty crazy. That's only a 3 or 4 weeks in, and it's already down.
Is it still that new? Is it only a month old?
20, was it the 26th or something like that?
Of February?
Yeah.
It's a month and a half. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, well, because it's so short, everybody just grabbed it and moved on.
Yeah, I guess so.
So, yeah, I apologize for the charts. Hopefully, VG charts will get a little bit closer to this week, or at least give us like the week before. That would be fine. But we're like a month out. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they're just tired of it, and they're like, "Yeah, we're going to give it to you when we feel like it."
Yeah.
So we'll
Paul,
see.
did you ever finish the order?
It's still sealed. So
yeah. Nice. You still have to play it. It really will not take you long. I think you'll still enjoy it. I did. I still like that game.
I hope I will. I mean, everybody's been pretty down on it. So
yeah, it's. I think it's something you still need to play. It's very easy to play, and you'll be done with it before you know it.
Yeah,
I think you'll like that you played it.
Yeah, I like that I played it. I mean, I
like
really
that I'm playing Borderlands right now.
Yeah, see, I mean,
honest.
yeah, keep going with that. But we'll have a little bit of a lull at some point, and that's when
we will.
You'll go in and you'll play it, and then you'll be like, all right, what's next?
Then we'll finally do the spoiler cast that nobody will care about.
Yeah, exactly. At that point,
exactly. Remember when you started that game and then it was over?
Spoiler
alert.
Yeah. The spoiler cast will be like 1 minute.
Exactly.
And it's short. There you go. Have fun.
There's lichens.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it, boys.
Paul.
The Entertainment Software Association.
Here we go.
Yeah, you know them as the ESA. They released some statistics, some interesting statistics they gathered from 4,000 American households.
Hit us.
155 million Americans regularly play video games.
I love that.
That's like almost half
the country, isn't it?
That's half
almost.
The country. Yeah, it has to be.
And I totally believe that based on just smartphone games. I'm sure they make a big chunk of that.
What constitutes video games? Is it mobile, tablet, and console, PC?
Well, here's the thing. I thought they said that it's something about bought things to play games on. So I don't know if it's just it might be tablets might be in there, but I don't know if phones are in there.
I know. I mean, that's the thing. Like, is it based on a sale of a video game, like a physical copy? Or is it based on the sale of a video gaming entity, be it a console or a tablet? Like, what are they? It could be misleading in that. What are they categorizing it as?
Right.
Well, I haven't seen the study, but I imagine it says like, which one of these do you play games on?
There you
I'm
go.
sure smartphone and tablet are both a choice.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, they pretty much have to be at this point.
Yeah, and I'd be curious what the percentages are of smartphone, tablet, console, PC. I think that'd be interesting.
It would be interesting. 42% of Americans play for at least 3 hours a week.
Amen.
So probably playing the Order 1886 one time or something.
And that's it. Yeah.
4 out of 5 American households contain a device used to play video games, and I think
that's what it is. A device used to play video
device
games.
used to play video games.
I would wonder if that includes phones at all. Because
but you got to think
games.
You got to think. It says 4 out of 5 American households contain a device used to play games, but only 155 million Americans regularly play video games. So that's like, what's that? 20, 40, 60, 80% own the device, but half play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
4 out of 5 American households own a device
I wish they had a little bit more specifics on that because, I'd be curious. It's still amazing. It's still a great stat. And, it just goes to show you that nothing's going away here. Like this community and this culture is here to stay, and which is awesome. And that just helps reinforce it. But I'd love to know some more of the specifics.
Yeah, and I definitely believe that this statistic includes people that just straight up own phones, because there still are a lot of people that don't. Like, they don't want to have a cell phone. They don't have really anything.
They're off the grid, basically. Yeah.
26, or hang on. No. The average gamer, according to this study, is 35 years old.
That's awesome.
That's actually lower than I thought.
Yeah, I thought it'd be like 37, I think.
I think all the young kids kind of skew that statistic.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So do the moms, though. Like, if you're saying they count the phone players, then they would skew it as well.
I saw that it said the average male gamer was 35 and the average female gamer was 43.
There you have it.
There it is, right there. Thank you, Candy Crush.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Well, they're not just playing that, so. They're playing all kinds of stuff. They're playing the order.
What's the one that oh yeah.
No, they're playing Mortal Kombat X, baby. That's what they're playing. Right there with their teenage son.
Well, we got to keep it real. Farmville and all that stuff introduced a lot of moms to playing video games that were not playing things like Mortal Kombat X.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat X is just where you end up.
Exactly. Yeah.
You just need
Candy Crush is the gateway drug.
It's a gateway drug to Mortal Kombat X. I love it.
Can we please? We need to do a fake a mockumentary on that.
Yes.
Like the road from Candy Crush to Mortal Kombat, like it's weed to heroin.
Exactly. That's amazing.
Excellent. It's like you can't just take the candies exploding anymore. You need heads exploding.
You need heads exploding.
Exactly. Hello. Yeah, I said 56% of players are male, 44% are female. That's nice and close.
Huge. That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Really close.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I love that. I love this stuff.
I figured that would be the case. I mean, even like thinking back to when I was a kid, like everybody had consoles, like male and female, and everybody discussed like, oh, well, here's that part I'm at in this Nintendo game, and if you do this, you can get past it. So.
I didn't know any girl gamers growing up.
Oh.
I didn't know any, unfortunately. I knew one, like in high school, well, actually after high school, a girlfriend of mine played old school games, but she didn't play new games. What I thought was interesting was the spending. So it says U.S. consumers in 2014 spent $22.41 billion on games. That's a lot of money.
Wow.
That's a lot of money. And I thought this was interesting. The digital sales accounted for 52% of the sales against physical being the rest of 48%. In 2010, they said the digital sales were 29%.
Yeah. Okay. So
just
that's
in
where
4 years.
But that's where it could be skewed too, because
that's exactly it.
Think of iTunes, App Store. That's all considered a digital. So that makes sense. So it has to include phones and tablets. Then it almost has to, right? Because you would have,
I mean, 52%.
It's widely accepted at this point that if you have a phone or if you have Steam, you're getting all your games digitally.
Exactly. So, yeah.
I mean, could you imagine like buying boxed games for iPhone?
No. A box.
I mean, it'd be just like what?
It'd be ludicrous.
Or something.
It would be ludicrous.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah. That's cool. That's great in that we see that there is a trend of, well, clearly mobile tablets not going anywhere too. I would love to see like console stats because we're in a new generation. And because like the last time they did this was, you said what, 2010? I'd love to see kind of more specific stats on actual consoles. Like, I don't know. It's really exciting though. I mean, I think we're in a very exciting time because we have so many different devices that we can game on. So that opens it up to so many different games and so many different gaming experiences, which I think is really cool.
And you know that the console stats like do not match this digitally versus physical because I think that,
not at all.
Well, I think that the companies would come out and say that, like Sony would be like, yeah, this the Order 1886 sold like 1.5 million copies digitally and 1.5 million physical. I mean, that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, there has not been any type of press release or anything, which indicates that, things are still kind of status quo, which I'm fine with. I mean, because I'm an old schooler that likes to go and pick up and hold an actual physical copy of a game.
I'm going to buy them physically as long as I can.
I agree, man. I'm with you. I love it. And I keep mine usually. I don't really sell them because I like to distribute them and give them to other people.
Yeah, and it's nice decoration.
Yeah, I do like it.
And people have mentioned to me too, they're like, don't you hate like having all the like that clutter and stuff? And I was thinking, we live like in an area where square footage is so cheap that we just have tons of space. So we don't really think about things like that.
There you go.
Like we have shelves full of crap. We don't even care. So I could see like
somebody in New York just shed a tear.
What's that?
With that 100 square foot apartment, they're like, oh man.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have anywhere to put these games.
This is all right.
You know what's sad though is if I had a really small space, I'd still have tons of games on the shelf.
I'd make room for it somewhere.
Yeah. The most interesting statistic for me for this topic is that 84% of parents are aware of the ESRB, and 69% of parents regularly check the ratings before buying games.
Good for them.
That's way up from what it used to be, right?
Well, yeah, that has to be way up.
It is, but it makes a lot of sense because the stats, like, we kind of make fun of like parents that knowingly buy their kids terrible games, like just horrible content for such young kids.
Yeah,
but
inappropriate games, right?
But to be honest, like, so many AAA games are rated M now.
Yeah,
like, you don't have as much of a choice as you used to, because honestly, I read an article on the demise of THQ. You guys remember them, obviously.
Oh, that's right.
And they mentioned that THQ bet the farm on console licensed kids games, and they found that most of those were moving to the smartphone, and those don't require an ESRB rating, really. So,
interesting.
It kind of makes sense that like all the kids games are just not on consoles anymore.
Yeah,
right. Well, and they golly, some of the games I watch Amara play, I'm like, so somebody made this in a night.
Yeah, exactly. But if they love it, hey, okay. I mean, that'll work.
Go babysit yourself.
Yeah.
Is that all you wanted to talk about with that, Hall?
Yeah, I think that's
cut
good.
you off.
Those are some good. Hey, it's really good stats, really promising stats. That's very cool. That it seems like parents are a little bit more aware of what's going on, which is great. And we're getting some good gamers out there, so that's exciting.
In other unrelated news, like, it seems that retro consoles and retro games have continued to just go up in value.
That's
like
cool.
I know that's right.
Yeah, because really, I mean, I fully recommend, like, if you have a 5-year-old, a 4-year-old, just start them out on like an NES. I mean, there's so many good games there, and Gabe and I played it, and we turned out just fine.
Yeah,
exactly. Exactly. Here we are playing games in the tub.
That's with Ziploc bags.
That's great. Yeah, the ESR. I love that they did this.
Was this a national? Was it like a certain national research survey kind of a thing?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 4,000 American households.
Okay, gotcha. Awesome.
I wonder how they picked them.
Yeah, well, who was the one that was overseeing it?
If you stand outside a GameStop and ask families as they leave, then that's one thing. If you stand outside a Target, then that's another thing.
I wonder too.
And who put it together?
The ESA.
ESA. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool. Good
and
stuff,
they do it
man.
every year, right?
Yeah, they're well known as the trade association for video games, and they do a lot of this different stuff to bolster and promote games. I think that they were started around that time that the legislation was trying to put the hammer down on violent video games. This was like 20 years ago,
right?
So I think they were started around then so that they could lobby for games to continue to be kind of pushing that boundary and kind of keeping them unregulated, I guess. So
we should send all those lobbyists a copy of Mortal Kombat X. They'll love it.
Exactly.
They probably would. They probably have it.
They probably do. They probably play it, which is awesome.
That's awesome. So Guitar Hero Live.
Yes.
For the PS4.
Yeah, buddy.
The new Guitar Hero is not going to be animated like we're used to seeing. It's going to be, I think I asked this question months and months back, what people thought of live action games, video games, because it used to be like the junk back in the day. I used to love live action games like the Night Traps and the Mad Dog McCree or whatever it was called.
Yeah, buddy.
Anyway.
Sewer Shark.
Yeah. Guitar Hero is going that way, so it's now I was going to say a FPS, but it's not a shooter, but it's now in first person. You play a guitar playing guy, obviously in a band, and they have like the whole thing from backstage to on stage, and you play to a live action crowd that responds to you doing good or bad. which I would have loved to have been in this crowd.
Oh, that would have been amazing.
Like, I know it'd have been a long day of work of like, yeah, oh,
Boo.
yeah,
Yeah.
you suck. Like, so I get that there would have been a lot of that, but it would have just been fun to be in this huge crowd of people that were going to be in the next Guitar Hero.
And that would have been an amazing mod to have a Where's Darius Rucker in the crowd.
Yeah.
That would be so awesome.
Yeah, a Where's Waldo Darius Rucker edition.
Where's Walter? Yeah, exactly.
And you could put on your resume that you were in a Rock Band game or Guitar Hero.
Exactly, Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
So it's coming out this fall, PS4, Xbox One, Wii U, and I mean, you gotta try it. I do, at least. And they've got a new guitar. It's not the colored buttons anymore. It's 6 buttons stacked on top of each other, 3 white, 3 black. I didn't read too deep on how it works, but
you blacked out. You're like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, there's a new guitar, so it should be fun. It looks fun. It looks campy, of course, like the acting, like, you know, I can't imagine it's going to be any good.
Yeah,
Come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? Play the song right.
Yeah.
You know,
Dude.
it's nothing like real bands.
Right.
But you know, Guitar Hero Live, I think it'll be fun. In this, I don't remember where I read it, but they were saying that if you're the person kind of just watching the game, and if you watch the crowd, it feels very stale in a way. But when you're playing and the crowd is really just the background, when they react, it's really cool. So when you're in the game, you're kind of like, you know, because they'll cheer all of a sudden instead of when you're watching, waiting for them to do something, you know, as your buddy's playing. But
interesting.
I'm excited to give it a try, give it a whirl.
All right, let's
see what
play.
it do. Yeah.
How much
Hero.
can this game be?
I mean, $60 probably.
I kind of feel like
with the guitar.
Yeah, with the guitar,
with the guitar,
$60.
yeah, that would make sense. I was going to say I kind of feel like it can't be like $60 by itself. Those games used to be like
The Order was $60.
Yeah, but the Guitar Hero packages used to be like $90.
Oh yeah, because you would pay for the peripheral.
Mm-hmm.
The peripheral.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would hope it'd be $60.
Yeah,
I guess it could be more.
You know,
with the guitar,
it's going to be a good like party style game anyway. I think people are going to buy it for that anyway. So I think I'm sure it's going to do just fine.
If they do something like they did with, the Rock Band kits, I got that when it first came out. I think that was 2007, maybe, or was it 2006? It might have been 2007. I can't remember, but it was like $189, I think.
What?
Yeah. The whole kit.
It's
whole
expensive.
It was not cheap.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I always bought the games used, so I never got that first jolt of how much that was going to be.
I think that if they release a full band kit this year, it will have a guitar, a drum set, and a microphone, which I think is what it originally came with anyway. But I think it'll be like $99.99.
You mean two guitars?
No, it just came with the one.
It just came with the one, but you can always play with bass.
One.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, you could buy an extra one, but they gave you the bare minimum to get the game done.
I got you.
I think, like I said, it has to come out for under $100 if they're doing a full band kit, because those kits were just so expensive that they sat on shelves forever.
Yeah, I remember.
When they probably took up so much freaking real estate.
Oh, they did. They did.
Oh yeah,
I got my copy of the Guitar Hero World Tour, like the full kit. I waited for it to go on clearance, and I think I got it for $30.
Clearance,
oh, really? Clearance,
$30.
Nice.
Wow,
that's
nice.
Awesome. That's the way to do it. That is the way to get it done.
Yeah, buddy.
We were talking about Mortal Kombat. This was a little disappointing, and it feels like, I don't know why I'm disappointed with this, but it just feels like, you can pay for easier ways to do fatalities.
No.
So like if you pay $5, then it makes the fatalities easier to do.
You get 30 of them for $5.
So they have in-game purchasing now for Mortal Kombat?
Everybody does, but
well, that's true.
But yeah, I just thought it was like, I don't know why that rubbed me weird. I was like,
because you're a traditional gamer, you know.
I'm like, just learn how to do the fatality. Holy crap.
Figure it out.
We used to have to do that. We used to have to get the guide or download something.
Right. Like I used to have to do it with a joystick, not just with my thumbs. Like all you have is your thumbs, like boop, 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 boop. Like it's the easiest thing to do it on the controller. We used to have to do it in the arcade with people watching over your shoulder.
Yeah. And if you screwed up, it was like, oh,
they're like, oh yeah, nice try getting the babality.
Users can earn these tokens for free, actually, by playing the game normally. So this is
good.
This is kind of like that. I know you guys don't play driving games a lot. I play a decent amount of them, but a lot of these driving games have those time saver packs that you can buy.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that, where if you purchase them, like your car gets leveled up for online play so that you can actually compete with people.
Mm-hmm.
This is similar to that. Only in that, like, you can earn these normally by playing the game, like these tokens, but you can also buy them. So,
gotcha.
If you can earn them in the game, why would you just not earn them?
Well, that's with everything, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how all these free to play games are making their money. It's like you can't just wait 30 minutes to use your next life. They're like, no, I can't wait 30 minutes.
Oh gosh,
that's funny.
Smart. It's very smart.
Yeah.
I must say, I do like in Cross Your Road, I like how they have the earn more coins, and all you have to do is watch an ad, and you get like,
that ain't bad.
I actually like that because that satisfies both parties. Like they still get the advertising for it, and then they reward you for it, and then you can just press play, go do something, come back, and then you don't have to watch the ad. I usually, if I did that, I would play the ad and then watch TV or like help Piper with something and then come back and I got 35 more coins. Great. I do like that. I think that's cool.
They should totally do that with games like this because people don't really watch ads on TV.
They really don't.
Right.
This would be a way to get them to at least focus on the TV for a second.
Especially with DVRs. Forget it.
Yeah. I don't
know. Before we move on, Activision revealed that Black Ops 3 is coming.
Yes,
in the fall. Back in Black.
Nice.
Back in Black. Angus Young, playable character.
Exactly. What a good guitar riff.
Oh, so good.
That whole album is good.
Yeah, I wish I knew those words. I'm always like, when it comes on, I'm like, yeah, Back in Black. Yeah. I just scat through the whole song. I turn into Ella Fitzgerald real quick. Anyway.
Yeah. Even now, in present AC/DC form, you're like, what are you saying, dude? I cannot understand you.
That's funny. Yeah, they have a teaser trailer that came out. They said they're going to be releasing it April 26th is when they're like officially.
But we all saw this coming, though, right? Like,
you don't know which one they're going to do,
right?
Now that they have Modern Warfare and
it was going to be something.
They could go back in time and go back to World War II or something. But this one looks like it's going into the future again, which I haven't finished the last one, which
really
sucks. Yeah, it tells you something. But we'll see. Call of Duty, Black Ops 3.
Dude, I totally want a special ops game from like World War II.
Oh, wow.
What were they doing?
That would be.
I want to know.
Yeah, man, I would love to go back to that too. Like, that would be really cool.
It's time. I mean, they haven't had one. Like, World War was like 2008.
Yes, it
was a long time ago. Yeah,
I played the mess out of that one.
Did you?
The Wii U version of which one was it? Yeah, World at War.
Nice.
Yeah, that game is excellent.
It's a great game. Yeah.
Make another one of those.
I know. Come on.
Get Kiefer Sutherland again. Come on.
Golly. His voice is so great.
Yeah, it is.
You got anything else, Hall?
BBC Films is producing a dramatization of The Rise of Grand Theft Auto, which is awesome. The movie is titled Game Changer, based on the 2012 book Jacked, the Outlaw Story of Grand Theft Auto by David Kushner. It's been announced that Bill Paxton will be playing Jack Thompson, a lawyer who made his claim to fame rallying against violent video games. And here's the more interesting part. Harry Potter himself, Daniel Radcliffe, will be playing Rockstar Games co-founder Sam Houser.
Wow.
Crazy.
When is that coming out?
I don't know.
They're just starting to shoot it.
Yeah, apparently I don't think it's just in production.
I think.
Yeah.
That is going to be great.
That'll be fun. So it's kind of a behind the scenes look on why they did the game, why they pushed the limits and all that. That's great.
And how Rockstar put it all together. That's
I love
good.
that.
Yeah, I'm all about it.
It's going to be awesome. And I'm sure it's going to be a lot about the litigation too, because when the original Grand Theft Auto, like Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2 had launched, there wasn't, I don't remember there being that much hubbub about it, but when Grand Theft Auto 3 came out,
I remember it being a little bubbling, like, but it was top down. And so you remember it was kind of like the Smash TV.
Oh yeah.
Was,
I had those games and played them a lot.
Where you could, pull somebody, you could still pull somebody out of the car and, kick them and get in the car. And so I think it was just that, as graphics go, as people's attention spans go. And so like the better the graphics, the better the camera angles, that's when people start acting up. But I remember there being like a little bit of like, oh, so there's a game called Grand Theft Auto. That's the game, huh? And you're like, yeah, as a kid, the parents are like, it's called Grand Theft Auto. You know what I mean? Like,
those first
but
two
I definitely see what you're saying.
Yeah, they were so, cartoonish, really, in a way. But 3 kind of, I think it made it real for a lot of people because it was so, at the time, it was immersive.
Deal too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Golly.
That's going to be good.
I can't wait to see that.
I mean, and that was one of those games that like everybody knew about, like even on the periphery. I mean, Router, you weren't playing at the time, but I'm sure you heard of it.
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm. It made a splash, that's for sure.
That's very exciting.
Is that it, bud?
That's it.
That is it. Well, every week we ask you guys a question. This last week was no different. Tutorial or not to tutorial? That was the question. Starting over at the forums. Lucas Ham Swisher. Tutorials are only okay if they are short, optional, and give a trophy or two.
Hey, there you go. I like that idea.
He said, man up, you guys and girls. Life has very few tutorials.
That's very true. Ooh,
games have plenty.
Thought-provoking statement from Lucas.
Mr. Ham Swisher.
The swish.
Actually, I love that comment because Krista had made a comment the other day about like things you don't learn in high school, and it is hilarious. How to write a check, how to open a bank account.
Yeah.
I mean, things you do or don't learn.
Things you don't learn in high school.
You don't learn.
They taught us that.
They did teach you that.
When I was in, they taught us about checkbooks and balancing your checkbooks and writing a check.
Okay, good.
They taught us.
Good for you.
Exactly.
How to drive a car. They definitely didn't teach you that.
I guess the younger generation, they wouldn't teach. Like checks were a big thing when I was in high school still.
Yeah, no, you're right.
When Hall was in high school, they were like, who needs checks? Everything's online.
No, I
had
remember that they taught us how to write checks because you do need to know how to do that. Some things can only be paid by check.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, for sure. They don't even teach you about like going to the bank and opening an account. Like your parents always have to do that with you.
Yep.
I was lucky that my mom worked at the bank, so I had a bank account from the get-go. So
I remember my parents took me and walked me through it in the bank too. They took me in and like, hey, here's how it goes, and we're going to open up one for you. Here you go.
It's kind of the same thing with driving too. It's like, here's how a car works.
Yeah,
exactly. Please don't kill yourself.
Please don't kill me.
Yeah, exactly. I think they need to teach divorce. Like it could be wrapped up this easy. Dave Ramsey says, I think it's hilarious. He says, marriage is grand. Divorce is $100,000.
Yeah. I like that. That's good.
I was like, perfect.
Yep. Great.
Back to the forums.
Yeah, I was going to say that went dark real fast.
We're talking about tutorials. Definitely tutorial for me. I always need help breaking the habits of whatever game I was previously playing. And sometimes designers put the crouch button in the last place I'd look.
Yep.
I know that's right. Playing Skyrim, I want to hit, for some reason, my Counter-Strike days, shift is just that's my crouch. It's always been my crouch.
Mm-hmm.
And I know on most games it's down at control. And so, that's a stretch for my pinky.
Weird.
That's weird.
That's what it is on Skyrim in the default. Seth is the GOAT. Yes to a tutorial as long as it's implemented in an interesting way, like Madden did with the game situation. Nice. Over on Twitter, Joey McPherson at JoeBoston617. It depends. If it's a hard game with weird mechanics, then yes. If it's just a random game, I'll figure it out.
There you
like
go.
That. Jamin Bassett at Jamin Bassett. I like tutorials that can be skipped on a second playthrough, or you must choose if you read them, like in Bloodborne. I'm not good at retaining anything I read, and so I'd be jacked up in that situation.
How about an achievement for not doing a tutorial?
I know. You're brave. Here's a bronze
Good
trophy.
luck. Here's a bronze trophy.
Exactly.
EJ Flowy at Flowing with Rain. I love tutorials just as much as I love reading instructions. No sarcasm was used in this tweet. Thank you guys. Exactly. Thank you guys so much for answering our questions. We love it. You guys know where to find us. Facebook.com/Married to the Games, Twitter.com/MTTGcast. Come check out the YouTube.com/Married to the Games. We got previews and Shenmue Saturdays going on over there. We need some more stuff going on, but that's what we've got going on over there right now. MarriedToTheGames.com. Come check out the forums. Come buy a shirt. We still got a couple shirts. I need to put up the Don't Look Close shirts. They're coming. I know. We just have a baby coming. I've been painting every room in the house. It's fine.
Yep.
Don't worry about it.
This is why we need to get away from the numbers, because you probably announced those shirts like 30 episodes ago.
I know, exactly. So bad about pushing it. We know nothing about marketing, and Tim does marketing for a living.
Right.
Hall?
Rate us on, hang on. No, don't rate us on iTunes just yet. Go to our YouTube channel. We have a tutorial posted on how to
rate us.
Rate us on iTunes.
Nice.
You'll get a life achievement.
Well played, sir. Well played.
I like it. Now we're
you
going
get
to
an
make
achievement
a tutorial.
in Gabe doing funny things for us.
Oh man, I love it. Our I think everybody's but Router's ALS challenges over there too. I think Hall's is really funny.
Yeah, Halls was good.
Ed, you could hear how much his wife enjoyed it. She's like, I'm really going to enjoy this.
Yeah, she had a ball.
Exactly.
That's fun. All right. Let's get into some questions.
Begin, we have to give a huge shout out to our amazing community, because this past week, as we had posted, we were on the top 100 podcasts on iTunes under the, what was it? Games and Hobbies. Games and Hobbies. It was amazing seeing our little icon there. And I just had a huge smile on my face that day. I'm like, man, our community's awesome.
Yeah, that's
right.
We have to say thank you to everybody. Keep telling your friends about it. We continue to get more new listeners, and it's all because of you. And thank you so much. That's just so awesome.
Yeah,
excellent.
Seriously, you guys have no idea how awesome that is for us.
Yeah, it was really cool. I was really happy that day. I'm like, yeah, we're on iTunes.
Exactly. I think too, what you have to realize is obviously there's just podcasting in general. To crack that top 100, that would be, insane. Yeah. And then you have games and hobbies. Then you have video games.
Yes.
And so video games, we've kind of bubbled up in there at times, but never in like games and hobbies, like the bigger umbrella. Yep. So we're like, put one umbrella down and move to the next umbrella. That was kind of nice.
Well, it's because we talk about hobbies like landscaping and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly. We're covering a bunch of stuff on this show.
Exactly. Jack of all trades.
Exactly.
All right, here we go. We're going with email first. Ollie, you're about to achieve your greatest gaming achievement when suddenly your wife asks for you, and right away. You cannot pause your game because it's either A, multiplayer online, or B, pausing would break your rhythm. What do you do? Dude, you have to be like, it would be, for me, it'd be like, what? I'd have to assess the situation first. If it's like kill a spider, I'm like, she'll live. If it's,
exactly.
If it's something like an emergency, then of course you just stop everything and you go down. So it really depends on the situation. But of course, dude, happy wife, happy life. You got to answer.
Mm-hmm.
I think, you definitely answer. It's just, what do you answer with? So
exactly.
Here's the scenario. I'm playing a game. And this is the difference. Babe. Yeah. See, I'm still playing at that.
Right.
Hey, babe, can you come here for a second? 1 minute. That's the next one. My water broke.
Okay.
Here I come.
That's it.
Yeah. So
hang on, let me
definitely is. It definitely is all in her voice.
Oh yeah.
If she just says, "Babe, I need you real quick."
Yeah.
That's getting a 1 minute from me. 1 minute.
That's great. That is a great assessment. It's all in the tone, and what they say determines whether or not you're actually going to get up.
And if you just heard like a loud bang and the baby screaming, like obviously you run downstairs.
Of course.
Hall, what about you, bud?
See, this is the thing. Like games.
See, here's
Hall's about to break it down. Here we go.
This is how we break it down. Games need to always have a pause option, because there are some games like you'll be in the middle of a crazy cutscene and you'll go to push pause and they'll be like, "Oh, you want to skip the cutscene? Okay."
Yes.
Yeah.
That happened to me before, and I was like, wait. No. Oh.
Yeah, that has happened to me before too, and I've been like, no. That's not what I wanted.
Yeah.
That's the opposite of what I wanted.
Games are smart enough, though, that nowadays that you usually will have a backup with an autosave or what have you. I
haven't played a recent game that did not let you pause.
Right.
So.
And if not, I always try to save anyway. Like with Far Cry 4, I saved right before I knew where the endings were. That way I could go back and do them. So, it's one of those things where you could probably just be like, and if it came down to it, I would just, redo where my autosave was if it did break my rhythm. But yeah, that's a great question, Ollie, man. That's a fun That's a good one, because there's so many different scenarios that can run on this. So yeah, that was really good.
I said 1 minute.
Yeah, I said 1 minute, woman.
I think like in the past, mine has been like, if I'm playing multiplayer, it's like, it's a live game. Hang on a second.
Exactly.
Yep. Hang on. Yep. Hang on. All right. Moving on to Facebook. Josh Stapleton. I'm sitting in the O'Hare Airport after a vacation to my childhood home, repping my MTTG shirt, by the way.
That's right. See?
I ate way too much deep dish pizza, brats, and hot dogs. So my question is, what is your favorite city for cuisine, and what do you have to eat when in that city?
Oh, Philly cheesesteak, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, baby.
Which where do you go in Philly?
Ishkabibbles.
All right.
Downtown Ishkabibbles.
Nice.
I'm not a Geno's and all this, like where the line is long. I'm trying to, where is it greasy?
Yeah, give me the greasy
where it looks
goodness.
like it could have been invented on accident there.
Yep.
Ishkabibbles.
Love that. Hall, what about you?
White pizza. There's pizza. I mean, you guys have probably had it before. It's like pizza that's all cheese. There are a few places.
They're called cheese pizzas. I'm just kidding.
There are a few places in St. Petersburg that have the best white pizza I've had in the country. So,
awesome.
Nice.
It's excellent. Other than that, Coney's. So, even though I grew up in Ohio, I still love Coney's. So
that's so awesome.
I want to say that usually we go for Gold Star, but I think it's just because we've went there like a lot recently. So I haven't been to Skyline in 12 years, maybe.
Nice.
Everybody from Ohio is going to know what I'm talking about. Everybody else is going to be like, what?
Exactly.
So for me, if I'm in New York, there's a place that Lauren and I always go called the Mercer Kitchen. It's kind of like this little trendy place, but they have awesome omelets that you can get, and it's just one of our little hangout places. And then for dessert, there's a place called Pop Bar, and it's all just different popsicles that you can get. And they can hand dip it and do all kinds of fun stuff. Yeah, it's really cool. When I'm in New Jersey, there's a place right in Fort Lee called Baggio's, best pizza you'll ever have. I've mentioned it on the podcast before. And here in good old Nashville, I always go to City House. It's one of my favorite restaurants, and because they have an amazing margarita pizza, and just the cuisine there, it's all like local, and it's so good. Boom.
There's a place in Oklahoma City, I think it was called Deep Fork, and it was probably the best restaurant food I'd had on the road ever. Like, I don't know if we were just hungry that day, but like 4 of us went, and it was so good. So every time we're in Oklahoma City, we go to Deep Fork.
That's very cool.
St. Pete Beach, Florida, beach pizza is incredible. That's one of the places I was referring to.
Nice.
I like it.
A great question. Thanks, Josh, for that. Josh he's got some good questions, so I always like to try and represent the Stapletons, because I know him and his brother. He and his brother have hit it up. Moving on, Joseph Grimm. Hey, Gabe, thanks for playing Shenmue. That with the House of Dead 2 and Blue Stinger are just a few of my favorite Dreamcast games.
Yeah.
My question is, after you are finished with Shenmue, any thoughts about Shenmue 2? And how about other Dreamcast games for Let's Play?
Oh, man. Well, I appreciate you watching it. It's funny, as I was playing for this last Shenmue Saturday, and I was thinking about that. I was like, all right, because what's nice is that I'm so far removed from it that I don't remember how it ends. And so, but obviously I know there's a Shenmue 2. And I don't know. I don't remember if Shenmue 2 was released in the States on the Dreamcast. I know it was on the Xbox, but it had to have been because I played it. I just don't remember what console it's on. So hopefully if Shenmue 2's on and people are liking it and want to see more, then yeah, I'll probably do it again.
Any other Dreamcast games?
Power Stone.
I know there's always Power Stone, but I don't know if that's a good Let's Play game. It's just me getting beat up by 3 other people. Power Stone was awesome. Game. It really was. There's got to be something else. I'm down to do some retro throwbacks, and that's what I love so much about the Rocket is that the Hapag Rocket that you can do console, you can do old school consoles, and you can do current gen.
For the people.
Yes, sir.
All right. Still on Facebook, Brett T. Bowden. I've always been a gamer, but ever since my friend Josh Stapleton, there he is again. Stapleton's everywhere right now.
Man, the Stapletons are representing.
He is representing, man. That's awesome. So ever since my friend Josh Stapleton introduced me to your podcast, I've completely rediscovered the love of gaming and have been playing up a storm.
Oh,
first off, that is amazing.
That's what we're here for, Bishop.
That's right, baby. However, I've also gained 25 pounds since becoming a more active gamer.
Oh, gosh.
And you're welcome, sir.
And there's the rub.
Yeah, I am so sorry.
You can send the bill to Router's house.
Yeah, right. How do you guys balance family, gaming, and fitness? And with his hashtag
pizza in my mouth.
Hashtag Stapleton guest Stapleton question hour. That was the Stapleton.
That's right, from last week or something like that.
That's awesome.
Oh gosh,
who wants to go first?
This is how I mix it. I don't. I parent and husband most of the time. Game when stuff is not going on, and thank God, my job is to jump around on stage for an hour and a half.
Yes.
So when we're touring heavy,
definitely.
That's my workout, because it's an hour and a half of cardio for 4 nights a week.
Yes, it is.
And then when I'm at home, I'm the chubby ninja. I don't do a lot of working out. I'd have to give up my title.
That's awesome.
And for gaming, you pretty much just do it on the bus, right? Because you get those long bus rides.
Yeah, if we're on tour, I get to game on the bus, which is fun. Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah. Router, you do a little bike riding, right?
I do a little bit of everything now. As far as balancing it goes, one thing that my wife said, which I've always been kind of proud of, and she said, he's a gamer, but what I love is that he doesn't let that interfere with family life. And that's really true. And I think that's something you have to keep into consideration. Like, that's why I game so early in the morning. And that's kind of where I dedicate myself to getting up a little bit earlier if I want to play a game, because I don't want it to interfere with family life, because that can be disruptive.
Yep.
So, just, take the time, find some times that, the kids are in bed and, everybody's chilling out. That's a great time to play games, not like right in the middle of the day when they're getting home from school or you got to take them somewhere, what have you. Man, I'm 40 now, and definitely fitness has been in my mind for quite a while. So I'm dedicating myself. I lift weights in the mornings. So I usually do that before I game too. It's like a nice cool down. So after lifting, I have a little home gym with some dumbbells, Swiss ball, pull up bar, all that fun stuff. And, I use this great little app that kind of has like 300 different exercises that you can use, called Full Fitness. It's the name of the app. And I've mentioned this on the podcast before. We have a Facebook group called Working Out. And me and Ed Placencia and a couple other people have been on it, and our boy Matt Leidy's been on it as well. And it's where we kind of just talk about what we did today, or kind of help motivate us. So nice. I don't my whole thing is, I don't want to be the dad that can't play with Piper and like lift her up and run around with her. I can't do that. It's just not in the cards for me. So
not an option.
It's not an option. So, I want to be able to pick her up even when she's older and go play soccer with her or do something like that. So that's really kind of my goal.
Nice.
Yeah. Sorry, that was super long.
Hall, did you have anything you wanted to add besides pizza in my mouth?
That's a shirt that I saw. I think like Krista had seen the picture on Tumblr and sent it to me, and I was just cracking up.
Yeah.
What did it say? What all did it say?
It said fitness, and it had a question mark, and then it said more like fitness pizza in my mouth. Or something. It was hysterical.
That's great.
I mean, Krista and I do a lot of hiking.
That's great.
And it's a lot of fun. I mean, you get to be in nature, and it's very calming, especially if you have a pretty like stressful work week. But gaming, I mean, it's all about picking your moments. If you want to play games and not get in the way of family time, do it on the weekends in the morning or during the week in the morning,
Yep.
Pick your moments.
Nice.
Yep,
good question.
Awesome. That was a great question. All right. Moving on to Twitter. We'll move fast. At Indio Techno, did you watch the birth of your child or children, or did you hang back by your wife's head and just wait?
I met my dog when he was 6 weeks old.
That's right. I was going to say, Hall, how about you?
Yeah, exactly.
No, for me, Lorna had a C-section, so you didn't have a choice. They put a curtain up, and I had to stay by her head. And they do that purposely because, history, with a lot of history, I'm sure a lot of dads have looked and been like, and they pass out. So they have to deal with that. I was actually really fascinated by it. I did get shortly after she was born and they were cleaning her up, I just peeked around and saw the doctor removing the placenta from my wife's
putting her intestine back.
It was actually really fascinating. I got a quick glimpse of it. If I saw the whole thing, I probably would have been like, oof.
No, but, you've seen Mortal Kombat fatalities.
Yeah, exactly. So I've seen all the fatalities, so I think I'm good. I'd probably be desensitized to it.
You can probably do a C-section at this point.
Exactly. With my fists. No, but I stayed by my wife's head and just kind of kissed her forehead and just, it was so great. Yeah, it was great. It was so quick. And once I heard that little girl, that was it. It was amazing.
I wasn't in the catcher's position because my wife didn't want me to be in the catcher's position. So it's a very natural thing though. And so I did peek once because Amara had a full head of hair and the doctor was like, Dad, you got to see all this hair. And I looked at Jenny and she's like, it's okay. And so, but it's such a natural thing that it doesn't gross me out or anything like that. Right. And I think it's how babies have been born always.
Yep.
It's not like we're changing the game all of a sudden.
Since the dawn of time.
Exactly. So, Yeah. But I hung around, but not for squeamish reasons, just because my wife was like, hey, why don't you stick around up here? I was like, all right.
Yeah, exactly.
I said, but bread and company after this, right? We're going to bread and
company. You'll be all right, right? You can walk that off.
Exactly. You don't want to go sit in the car? All right. We can walk over.
All right, let's move on. Great question. At Sith Nightmare, we are in a TV golden age. You are
We
tasked
really
with
are.
you are tasked with creating or adapting a new TV show. What is your pitch, and what would be your network?
Ooh,
That's
NBC for
amazing.
Yeah, it's a great question.
sure. Man, NBC, and I probably want to go something a little supernatural. I don't know if supernatural and sci-fi are the same thing, but for some reason in my head I'm saying I don't want it necessarily to be sci-fi, but I want it to be supernatural. I don't know if that makes any sense, but
I think those get lumped together, though, don't you think?
yeah, I think they get lumped together. So, but I'd want it to be like a supernatural type. Like what was that show? I never saw it, but I think it's called like Resurrection or something like that, or like that looked really interesting, or just something like that had to do with other worldly things. I don't know. I like that kind of stuff. Not ghosts and stuff, but like I don't know. Good question.
Yeah, that's a great question. I think Mike Judge just stole it from me. The Silicon Valley is just awesome. I would have loved to do like some sort of nerd gaming / coding thing, and just that kind of the tech culture would be hilarious. And HBO is just putting out some great series right now. Like I've been watching Game of Thrones and Silicon Valley, and Veep is really funny with Julia Louis-Dreyfus. So I'd probably, because I like a little more, I don't mind the swearing and that kind of stuff. So I'd rather make it as more real as possible, but in a comedic fashion. Just make it funny. I want to make people laugh.
So you'd be comedy, I'd be drama for sure.
Yeah.
Pulsifer?
I feel like AMC has it going on right now with
there
drama.
you go. There you go.
So, I mean, I don't know, something like I'd want to do a period show for sure, and not like really old history, but maybe something like 1930s, maybe a Great Depression show or something.
Cool.
Just something to tell an interesting story. Like, I mean, Mad Men was interesting because it was like a lot of 60s events occurring during the show. So like, the moon landing, Kennedy getting shot. Like, oh yeah. Nuts.
So are you like a conspiracy theorist like Oliver Stone?
No, more like just here's some things that happened during this period, and here's what people were going through.
What's funny? You know what's funny about conspiracy theories, especially when it comes to JFK, which I didn't understand. They were saying that really at the heart of a conspiracy theory, or like something like a conspiracy, it just means that more than one person would have to been involved,
right?
And so I think I count myself a conspiracy theorist. Like maybe one guy pulled the thing, but I'd have to think that more than one guy was involved. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know anything about the bullet traveling and all the JFK movie and all. I don't know nothing about that.
And to the left.
And to the left.
Back. And to the left.
And to the left. Yeah.
Awesome.
I don't know anything about that, but I was just thinking like logically, I'm like, man, I mean, to kill a president would be tough. I couldn't do that on my own.
It was probably a lot easier to cover something like that up back then anyway. So
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really won't.
Good question. That was great. At Derek L. Putnam, what game series are you shocked with their current status? Example, it has become annualized or discontinued.
Sonic is really sad right now.
Ooh.
Like they have not, I don't feel like they've figured out how to make him like a lasting character like they've done with Mario.
It seems like he's got an identity crisis right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Yeah. I would say, yeah, that's a good one. Sonic. I'm really surprised that, I was surprised that Plants vs. Zombies went the way that it did.
There you go.
I was really surprised that they did even though it was really fun, I was really shocked that like, wow, you take this app and turn it into this. And that's really cool. I think they should have still had a story mode, which they didn't have. But or a one player, campaign. But I thought that was really interesting. It really shocked me that they did that.
For me, it's going to be the Assassin's Creed series. Because I've been so burned from 3, I don't like the annualization of it, because I think they need to take their time and really develop and make us want it more. I think because I think we're all expecting another one coming out this fall, And, Unity was okay. Black Flag was fantastic, but it's been a lot of hit or miss right now. And they need to either stop it and either wait 2 years and really develop, or branch out from that, or do something. But that's going to be the series for me.
Nice. Good question.
Yep. All right, last one. At Jamin Bissett, have you ever had a sleeper hit, a game you had no expectation for that ended up being an amazing experience for you? Absolutely.
Which one's yours, right?
Shadow of Mordor, baby.
Oh yeah,
that was such a sleeper for me, and I almost every week think about going back and playing it, starting over again.
Really?
It's so good. I loved it.
Nice.
I just really love that game.
Paul?
I kind of feel like it was BioShock Infinite for at least the three of us, like in the back of our mind, because we didn't get to playing it right away. So maybe it's just the first BioShock for me then, because I didn't play it until like 2012, I think.
Yeah, that's your favorite series now, right?
It's one of my favorites, and I thought that BioShock, even though at that point it was like a 6-year-old game, it was still excellent. So I loved it.
Yeah. This is gonna sound weird because I've talked about it so much, and I say it a little bit on the Let's Play, but Shenmue really has caught me off guard as something that I'm really enjoying this second time through. I didn't play it twice back in the day. Obviously I played it 15 years ago, and as I'm playing it again now, I'm like, I'm really enjoying this for it being such maybe a bad game. Like, I don't know that it's a bad game yet. Like, my mind's not letting me go there. I know the voice acting is bad, but it's still like drawing me in a way that I'm really surprised by.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really
cool. Good question.
Hey, guys, thank you everybody for all your questions. Keep them coming every week. We do this. So, if you want to send us something, or even if it's a comment or just a question, we'd love just to hear from you so we can talk about it and engage with you guys. And so we appreciate it.
Yeah, we really do. And shout out to the Stapletons.
Yeah, no kidding, man. They're putting it down for us, man. Josh, thank you for
street team.
They are, man. They're hitting the ground running. We appreciate it.
Love it. Well, every week we ask you guys a question. This week, how long have you been a gamer? You guys out there, we know that you guys kind of know our history. Router just started playing games probably 3 years ago. I've been playing since I was probably
a fetus.
7, 6. So that would be 27 years. I can't do the math in my head that fast. Hall, how long have you been a gamer?
24 years.
Since the dawn of time.
Since about 3 or 4. So
awesome.
Yeah. So how long have you guys been gamers? Give us some numbers. We want to hear it because I know they're going to be huge numbers like us. 20 something years. Some of you guys are going to be longer. I know gaming kind of had a beginning, so nobody's going to be like 85 years I've been gaming. But let us know, man. We'd love to hear how long you've been gaming, and let us know where it started. Did it start in the arcade or did it start at home? Router kind of started at home. Yep. I actually started at home too, and then fell in love with the arcade. Did the arcade thing for a while. Hall, where'd you start? Arcade or at home?
At home, but I have a lot of fond memories of being young and going to this arcade called Malibu, I think it was.
Nice.
And so that was close to our house. And I had been going there since I was like maybe 5, like going with parents and stuff. So
nice. All right. We want to hear from you guys. How long have you been gaming, and where did you start, at home or in the arcades? Use #answer MTTG, or you can always go over to the forum and use the long form to answer there. Thank you guys so much for joining us. 135 in the books. I'm Gabe Patillo. That is Tim Router. That is Timothy Hall. And we are married to the games. And we are up out this thing. Peace!